God damn it, that's what happens when you pack your luggage yourself. Ankle socks and Chelsea boots, that's not gonna work. Hey guys, Chris here, and a beautiful day in Oslo, and actually my last day in Oslo for this time, because today I'm packed and going back to Trondheim, but I'm not flying as I usually do. That's why I had this big smile on my face, because today I'm taking the V90 Cross Country back to Trondheim. It is a 400-kilometer trip, which will take about 6.5 hours. Finally on the road, and I've punched the address into the navigation system, and for some reason I thought it was 400 kilometers, but it's actually 500 kilometers or 300 miles. On my way out of Oslo now, encountered some traffic. I thought I would use this moment to talk a bit about the engine in this car. So this is the T5 trim, which has the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. An engine that's really smooth, really quiet, and actually I like the sound it makes, especially for being a 4-cylinder engine. It has 254 horsepower, does 0 to 60 in about 7.2 seconds with all-wheel drive. All in all, I'm really impressed with this engine. It gives the car enough punch, enough performance for this application. Just a little update, because I wanted to show you guys what Pilot Assist 2 really is good for, and that is this type of driving. We're doing about 10, 20, 30 kilometers an hour, and I can just put my legs away, rest, chill, and let the car do the driving by itself. I've done this a million times, and it's really comfortable, because this type of driving in traffic where it goes really slowly is the type of driving where you just want the car to do the driving. You don't want to sit here and just get bored to death. In a situation like this, the car does a much better job than I can do, and people in general. Looks like we found the reason for this horrible traffic. There's been an accident just right up here. I hope it hasn't been that bad, but soon clearing the accident, meaning that I'll be on my way at motorway speeds. I've lost about 20 minutes, half an hour sitting in this traffic, but soon past this accident. I hope nobody's hurt. Usually it's only like a fender bender and material damage. As I thought, it was just a fender bender. It was a Volkswagen Transporter which had crashed into a Ford Focus, and the front bumper was loose on the Volkswagen Transporter. But finally, clear traffic, and finally, after sitting in that long and boring queue and traffic, I'm on my way doing motorway speeds, and will be in Trondheim in, well, many hours. But feels like in no time now. a few hours into the road trip and I haven't eaten all day, but Exxon or Esso Daily DeLuca have one of the best hamburgers along the road, much better than Shell or Circle K. About a few hours into the trip, got about 5.5 hours left, so gotta get going. After being on the road for a few hours now, I want to talk to you guys about why I find driving a lot better than flying. Why I prefer driving rather than taking a flight. Like this trip is like 7.5 hours by car. By plane it would be maybe 3.5 hours door to door. But I find driving is much easier, a lot less stressful, and much more comfortable because you don't have to be at the airport at a specific time. And for me, that's a huge thing, that if you're late, if you have to do something else, run some errands or anything, if there's traffic, if you can't find parking, you can just arrive at your destination later by traveling with car. But if you travel by plane, you lose your flight, well, you gotta get new plane tickets. The plane won't wait for you. But also the quietness, the comfort, the space. I mean, you can adjust your own temperature, for God's sake. You can't do that on a plane. When you get on a plane, it's always really hot, and when they start flying, it gets really cold. And one of the things I hate most about flying is the security check, because people don't know how to go through the security check. There's always an amateur who doesn't know how to pack properly, doesn't take his laptop out of his carry-on. And lastly, it's the airport food, which is often terrible and really expensive. On the road, you can stop at a convenience store. Gas stations and roadside diners and cafes have usually really good food and a wide menu. So those are the main reasons for why I prefer driving, even though it takes longer. And actually, you have to concentrate more because you have to actually drive the car. I just find it much more comfortable, and when I arrive at my destination, I'm much more relaxed. So after a 7-hour drive, we're now in Trondheim. 500 kilometers, and most of it actually on pilot assist. And I have to mention it, that pilot assist 2 is just freaking amazing because it makes driving safer. And it's Friday evening and I've had a very long work week and I'm just totally exhausted from it, and pilot assist has just helped me get from Oslo to Trondheim much safer than I would without it. I mean, it just makes driving more relaxing and more safe. But I'm really impressed with this V90 Cross Country because the more I drive it, the more days I have it, I just become more and more impressed. On this long trip, it was quiet and comfortable, and the suspension tuning on this car is better than on the XC90. It's more compliant, the ride, but the body control is also better. I'm just really impressed with this car. It just gets better and better the more I drive it. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like down below, and for more car content, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.